Hello, everyone. Welcome. Settle down, settle down. Yes, I am here. I appreciate you guys. What's today's background, you ask? As per usual, we got the Persona 4, bro. We got the Don Persona 4. But what we will be reacting to today is very well requested by a couple of you guys. And it is the one and only Hoshimachi Suisei. A lot of you guys kept saying, if I'm going to look into HoloLive, I cannot skip Hoshimachi. So this is something that will be done in this video. But before that, guys, I will be doing a recap relatively soon on HoloLive and everything that I have discovered. What do I think about it? And what I missed out on. So that will be over on the main channel. Please go subscribe there. It will be coming out super soon. Thank you guys for being patient. I've been so busy here, I haven't posted on the original channel. And the last thing, as per usual, guys, like, comment, subscribe, the whole 9 yards. We're almost at 200. Can you guys give me the HBO special? Can y'all help a brother out? Come on, man. I want to get to 200. Without further ado, guys, we got some Hoshimachi Suisei. Let's get it. Okay, so we have Yiman. That's a country. Ignore that. But the title of it is the abandoned VTuber that made it. I'm super curious because everyone keeps telling me to take a look at this. So let's just see what this is about. Is this first take? Hoshimachi Suisei. Oh. I didn't know about the Hoshimachi part. Usually when everybody says her name, they just say Suisei.
One of Suisei's favorite catchphrases, it's your shooting star, your diamond in the rough, idol VTuber, Hoshimachi Suisei. I want you to focus on the diamond in the rough part because truly I tell you, it was through years of internal and gruesome pressure that the talent Suisei was able to create some diamonds. Let's take it back to her pre-debut year. Her first live stream on March 2018. In her
Holy crap, this fool said 2018. I'm actually kind of shocked. I thought it would have been before that, actually. Because I don't know, in the grand scheme of things, 2018 seems like it's just right there. Like it wasn't that long ago. But it's also 2025, so it'll be 10 years relatively soon, especially since we're coming up on 26. So I don't know, but when I hear 2018, it feels like this just wasn't that long ago. And you can think about just how far VTubing has come as a whole, right? Like you can sit here and think back to 2018 and what it was like and think about now and just how common it is to do VTubing now, right? That's, geez, dude.
humble beginnings,
Crazy.
Suisei set out to become a successful VTuber. She wanted to become a VTuber so badly, but was strapped on cash, that she ended up drawing her own V2 model and even rigging it.
It's really interesting. I talk about this all the time, and this is more so with VR chat. There's a lot of people who want to get stuff done, but majority of the people that do it end up doing it themselves because, and I'm speaking from experience, by the way, a lot of the people who do stuff in VR chat for other people, such as like taking commissions and stuff, it's so bad. It's not good. I'm being so genuine right now. It's so bad. It's so bad that yes, people rather do it themselves. So I can only imagine back in 2018 when this was not popular, not even a little bit. Right. Actually, I would even argue it might have been even more expensive because the people that knew how to do this was so scarce, but also they might have been somewhere doing like a really high-end job, possibly for like a 3D agency or something like that. Does that make sense? It must have been way more expensive back then, technically, and harder to get into because like where are you gonna find someone that's gonna make your model compared to now, right? We got like whole studios. Literally, people make studios just to create VTubing assets or just models and stuff like that in general. And that's why I keep saying, like, to think back to 2018 all the way to now, you can literally just see the evolution of VTubing almost instantly.
She even worked multiple odd jobs to stay financially afloat.
他のね企業の VTuber さんの動画を作らせてもろて居酒屋でバイトしてお小遣い稼ぎをしたりだとかまあいろいろありましたね。
Question, and you guys can answer this in the comments, and it's a genuine question actually. Now that I think about it, wouldn't the only VTubers be through agencies? I don't think there was many, not a lot at least, not many VTubers who were indie because of not just the cost, but even just the technical prowess. Like it took her a whole year to make her model. So I'd imagine if you were a VTuber back then, it was agency only. Is that, or at least do you guys track why I say that? Like I'm pretty sure that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Interesting.
After 1 year of this, Suisei realized that she was
I will say this too. I always love this about VTuber models. Our heads are always like this, like up in the air. Like Kiara here. Our heads are just like, for whatever reason, it's always like up here in the air. And it could be because well, I wouldn't know, but in terms of Kiara's situation, but you could be using maybe a webcam and you're like looking up and you have like multiple monitors and stuff. Like I have multiple monitors, but it's just always funny when when their chin is like way up there
nearing burnout.
and their eyes are really, really big.
So she wanted to get into a good VTuber agency.
なんていうの、いい数字が出なかったというか。
So this ambitious
It's really funny because that's something a lot of people say about content creation, whether you're a streamer or a YouTuber. Either way, it's that, you know, you put in all that hard work and then what happens? Like your video gets like 5 views, right? That's something I hear it all the time. Even now, I still hear it. It is demotivating, but you gotta have love for the game, if that makes sense. You have to love the grind and the game and not do it for the numbers. That's why sometimes I don't understand when people are like, you got to look at your numbers. I don't know. If you look at numbers too long, or you take the numbers way too serious, if it's not something that's important, you can get lost in the numbers and then you lose the love of the game.
all
This fool's name is Night.
major VTuber. However, she got rejected by every single one of them.
星町水星のままとして入るのはちょっと。
I have so much to say on this. I'm sorry, guys. I'm pausing it so much, but this is something, and it's interesting. For those of you who don't know, I have auditioned. I've auditioned before. One thing, and I'm kind of glad I have some bigger streamers I can talk to about this, and they've given me some perspective that at the time I didn't know. It's that you don't get to pick anything. It's more of you show your personality and they try to see if there's a fit for you within the agency, which kind of sucks in my opinion. Especially with the meta now. I don't want to ruin it, so I'm not going to say what the meta is, but there's a meta right now with auditioning and getting into VTuber groups and stuff. And I don't know. I think the grind of being indie is more worth it than going through an agency personally. And that's one of the reasons. Like she said, it's difficult to join an agency as a Hoshimachi Suisei. You don't get any say so. And the thing with indie is that oh dude, the amount of like creativity you have is really high. And I think that's super important. Like part of the fun is being creative. Like, I don't think I'd be able to do this series, Journey Through VTubing, if I was signed to an agency, period. I don't think that would happen. So in my mind, I'm kind of glad I didn't get in. kind of glad I didn't get in, but you guys see what I mean. I think this is very valid, but it's also kind of sad, right? It's very, very sad.
一新して別の芸名でじゃないかとか、まあそういう話ばっかでどうしようかな。
Her courage, she reached out to a company called HoloLive.
Is that Kizuna? It's primarily IP stuff. If you own the actual model and stuff, it's on you, and you get to have way more say so over stuff. It pretty much it's control. That's pretty much it. It's just control. They want full control over the model, because that's where let's be honest, that's where the money comes from, right? There's a lot of money that's there and stuff like that. So I'd imagine I would imagine their number one reason why, even to this day, why they don't let this happen is because merch, music video, stuff like that, if you control it, I mean, technically they would have to ask you for permission to do stuff, and they don't want to do that, right? It's just way too many things. And I'm aware there's other stuff, but I'd imagine that's probably the number one reason.
So it happened around at the very same time she
Why did I think that was Ochako? For like a quick second, I thought that was Ochako.
reached out. The company
Is that her name? I only saw like the first season of My Hero.
It was a defining moment for her. Straight
Wait, what? Hold on.
whenever she would appear and started to sing, people started to change their pen lights from Azuki red to Suisei blue.
Oh, yeah. So this is also a real thing. It's kind of interesting. It's a thing that in Japan they care more for the underdog. Like, actually, this is a great example, and I can prove this. I can prove this out. Every anime, especially back in the early 2000s, so Bleach, Naruto, even the big three, what's it all about? It's all about the underdog. Even One Piece is about the underdog, right? It's just really interesting that they care so much about the newer people. They want to give them support. And even if they don't necessarily like them, they're all like, no, we still want to at least root for you because we understand how hard it can be to even be in this position in the first place, right? So I do think it's super interesting that they just go all out with something like this. So I always thought this was just admirable from Japan, genuinely. So I think they should really try to do this more and continue to do it. It's always really, really good. And for those of you who don't know what he's talking about the glow sticks. So in Japan, the glow sticks, you see, they have different colors, and you can change the color. And whenever a specific person's on stage that's your favorite, you can change the color to that particular person. It depends. Some concerts are like that. Some are more so just there's choreography for it, and what they will do is just have them, and the colors don't matter, they just have them to do the choreography. So that's also a thing too.
Her new 2D model was delayed for half a year. Number
Okay.
3, she was completely ignored by the top management of Ironaka Music. And number 4, due to company policies, other VTubers
Yeah, you see what I mean? It's control. So it's really weird. I can't say that they did this for the reason that they don't own her model, but it's just always crazy that you see how they treat people. And then when it gets out and there's backlash, I always find it funny that the company is always like, well, what do you mean? Like, I'm confused. It's like everyone there wants to perform and be good at what they do and give give the fans or audience or whatever you want to call them, the Oshis, a good time. Not the Oshis. Oh my God. Not the Oshis. Oshi is the person you like, but they're there all for the same reason. And when you just kind of cast one person aside, it's always kind of bad like that. Now you could argue she just started, so she needs to maybe earn her way to the top. I don't know. I haven't seen this. But I'd imagine you wouldn't put somebody in the group and then not let them do anything. I don't know. That wouldn't make sense. But again, they don't, or at least I'd assume they don't own her, what's it called? Her model, unless that was part of the contract. Now that I'm thinking about it, she did say she'll do whatever it takes. So maybe I don't know. Maybe part of the contract was they have rights or something like that. But yeah, I still think it's dumb on either end. I'd imagine if you put someone in a music group, you'd want them to do music stuff. So yeah, I don't know. This doesn't make sense to me. I read all 4 of these, and this doesn't make sense.
couldn't even ask her for a collab. And most importantly of all of her music projects were getting delayed, and she eventually had to pay for things out of her own pocket to get things moving. It was honestly a horrible situation.
Yeah. Oh no, that's not Kizuna. I thought it was Kizuna, but it's not. There's Korone. I know names, chat. See, I know names.
もうできないのが本当申し訳ない。
I don't understand that. Like, why put somebody in there if you're just I don't understand it. It's just such a weird choice to make.
頑張っていくんで。
Ah, bro, the gambate attitude. Oh my god, the gambate attitude. Oh man, I've talked about this before. The gambate attitude is pretty much just keep going. Shut up, and endure it, and keep going. That's effectively what it is. Shut up and keep going, even if it's against you like this. I wonder how long her contract was for. That's now. Now most contracts are like a year or two at a time. I wonder how long it was back then. I wonder if it was the same, like how long you have to be signed for. And I'd also imagine management wasn't happy about this live stream. I'd imagine they were pretty pissed off that she's talking about
や
this.
ばい。
But without no complaints whatsoever, Suisei pushed onward and
No complaints. I mean, in a way, she's technically complaining here.
200 in December 2019. But despite these efforts,
So she's like popping off. She's popping off hard, bro.
Inonaka wouldn't pour any resources into her. There are many fan speculations of why this was, but the most reasonable one was that the genesis of this music label was originally set up to support Azuki Oni, so they couldn't spare any additional support for Suisei.
They could spare it. So what this is actually super interesting. Oh man. Oh my god. You know, I'm gonna do that Lily video. So I did a Shy Lily video talking about how the music industry is using how these agencies are using the exact same methodology that the music industry does. They're doing the exact same thing. And this is one of those instances, because I was hearing Shy Lily talk about it after the whole Shoujo thing. I was hearing Shy Lily talk about it. Oh my god, I felt so vindicated. I felt so good about myself, man. Oh man, hey, it was great. But this is a tactic that they do. A great example. What's a great example? For those of you who know rock bands, you guys know Paramore, Hayley Williams. I'll pull up a picture just for you guys who don't know who Hayley Williams is. She had red hair. She doesn't now, but she primarily had red hair back then. This is something that they do where after a while, they'll let the band be a thing. And then if they get popular or they see potential in a particular person, they'll just pour all their resources into that one person, that one individual. And they did that for Hayley. And you'll see this with a lot of bands, by the way. They usually want the singer to have their own career outside of the band, rather than being part of, a full band. So when I hear this and I hear that they only want Azuki, I listen, I don't know who Azuki is. I can only speculate, and I can only talk about what I've seen when I worked in the music industry in Japan, is that Azuki probably knew somebody, and or she was just that good. And they were just like, we're just going to put all these resources into him. Because when he said, oh, they couldn't put resources into everything else. No, they can, they won't. And they don't want to. That's the difference. It's not that they can't. That's bullshit. We all know this is bullshit. What it is they are playing favorites really fucking hard. Pretty much they're saying, hey, this isn't about you. You're kind of just here. Okay, like this you're just here to kind of make Azuki look good, okay? And that's their way of saying it without saying it, right? You see what I mean? So, I don't know. Again, I can only see this from my side. I don't know what the actual truth is. He can say something later in the video, but that's my initial impression coming from the industry. It makes sense.
A-chan is honestly the real MVP because it was this very swift action by her that eventually saved Suisei's VTuber career.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, is A-chan like who is that? Is that like is that like management or something? I'm confused.
And one thing she played into was this psychopathic personality. This birthed the name.
So she's like yandere? Is that it? Hey yo, is that Kiryu Coco? Hey yo, Fun fact, the Kiryu Coco stuff, the first time ever I heard about VTubing was when she broke the YouTube record for the donations, actually.
Her personality is what led her to cement her place within Hololive. But at the
It is interesting. Man, the amount of times I've heard people say it's better to be a jack of all trades rather than mastering something. I don't know. I think it depends on the situation and your personality and the way that you are as an individual. I think that's what it depends on. Like I'm more of a jack of all trades kind of guy personally, rather than being a master of one. But again, that's just me. Like Shroud is a master of one, right? Like he's god of the FPSs. Everybody uses him as like a baseline usually. So I don't know. It is interesting. I think it depends. So I'm gonna have to disagree to a certain extent.
3D outfit, she showcased her third original song. She announced her new radio show, and in all of that,
She had a she had a radio show? Wait. She had a whole ass radio show, bro?
150k subs. What if
Oh,
she
dang.
quit back in November 2019, 4 months before? This all would have never.
Oh
became
yeah.
a-
Yeah. It is a marathon. I said it earlier. You gotta love the game, bro. You have to. You gotta have love for the game and the grind and the process and stuff like that. And that's why I said if you get too caught up in numbers, it's gonna break you eventually. You gotta love the game, guys. For those of you who want to do this, you gotta love the game. You seriously have to. That's one of the main things. And part of loving the game is having fun doing what you're doing, period. And I think she's a beautiful example of this, genuinely.
Gra Gura surpasses 1 million subs. The first Hololive member to do so.
We did react to Gura, and I said it in that video, and I'm gonna say this. I'm so mad I wasn't there. She about to hit 3 mil, bro.
知ったけど前はまあ一人でゼロから
That's what I'm saying, right? Like I said, a lot of Japan, they're the underdogs. And another thing is most companies, if I'm not I don't know if this is still the case, but I remember hearing it in Japan. They respect companies that's been up for more than 5 years because they want to be sure that you can work, but also that you start from the bottom. Like Japan has a huge respect of people who have literally like been through it, by the way. Like if you've been through the ringer, Japan, and you still keep going, Japanese people have so much respect for you, it's not even funny. So when her dad tells her I only respect those who start from one, who start from zero, like I 100% sit here and I'm like, yo, facts. I kind of get it. I kind of get it, man.
尊敬しないんだだから
For those of you who are into idol stuff, a great example of this, actually, a really great example of this, I'm gonna show you guys, and you guys are gonna be like, "Oh my god," is Bish. I love Bish actually. Bish, these girls have been doing this. Like, this is a really old album, by the way. These girls have been doing this literally since elementary school, and they are now like in their 30s. Not all of them, but some of them are. Aina has her own little like what's it called now? She has like her own solo stuff. Not all of this is Bish, but this is one of those things where they started out doing kind of like rock music in the beginning, but then over time, as time went on, they got more and more popular, going through the ringer and doing everything themselves. So it's just, you see it all the time in Japanese culture. So I'm personally not surprised that her dad said this, but I am saying that it's highly respectable. Is this first take? It looks like first take. Also, I have those headphones at the studio though. I've heard this song before. Is this in an anime?
She had a major surgery in 2022. However,
Okay, this isn't to be mean, okay? This is just something I've noticed. There's a lot of VTubers getting a lot of surgeries. Are we okay? Are we? Next thing you know, I'm gonna announce a surgery.
From her editing her
Actually, can I see something? You want to know what I just realized? I was about to say, bro, this is comedy gold. So not only the person that they put her with originally, she literally has twice as many subscribers as Azuki. That's funny.
arenas by herself. From her getting rejected by
You know what this is reminding me of? I'm gonna put this up too. So there's this Japanese band that went through the same thing she did, kind of. And effectively, they went from this here in high school, by the way, where they were just playing to not that many people. And now they have like MVs and stuff. So this band is called the Gazette, and they actually, if you guys have watched Black Butler, they did the opening of Black Butler. And what I see with Suisei is this too, because a lot of people, especially back then, when rock music was coming out in Japan and stuff like that, they didn't approve of it, especially this is Ruki, this is the singer. His father actually also wasn't approving of that. So it's kind of interesting to see that there's a lot of things in Japan that seem to go all over the place, genuinely. So it's always kind of cool, but also kind of sad, because I think people should be able to do whatever they want. But it is nice seeing that she's not the only one, effectively, right? There's other people. Maybe it's a different context, but there's other people going through the same thing. So I think that's something worth saying, at least in my opinion. And I think a lot of people, especially if you're doing content right now, like I am, or just anybody else, you can't stop, dude. Again, it's a marathon. This isn't a sprint; it's a marathon, right? We gotta look all the way at the end.
the Hoshimachi Suisei story.
That's actually really cool. Like, genuinely props to her, bro. She put in that work and didn't stop. Suisei is the embodiment of fine, I'll do it myself. We really could not thank A-chan. A-chan is really the reason why Hololive is. Yeah, I don't know who A-chan is. That praise from the dad is what every Asian wants from their parents. Suisei is the embodiment of start from the bottom, now we're here. Yeah, there's a line that Kendrick said, right? We survived outside, all from the music, man. Genuinely. But guys, yeah, that was Hoshimachi Suisei. Like, comment, subscribe, the whole 9 yards. Guys, down below, let me know anything else I should react to. I'm more than welcome. More than welcome. I am more than happy to do it, and you guys are more than welcome to tell me. Up next, I will say this, guys, is Auto Fister. Is that what it's called? Auto Fister? Because you guys kept asking. There was a ton of comments saying, please react to Auto Fister. I will give you guys Auto Fister. That is literally in the work right now. So that will be next. Thank you guys, and I will see you later, all right? Peace.